guys, this is Robert again with V.L.C. I'm here just to talk to you guys about anxiety and stress and how we deal with it on a daily basis. Okay, let's talk about it. What is stress and how do we deal with it on a daily basis in our lives? Stress is a defense mechanism, and it is something that derived from a primitive state in human evolution. Why do we get stressed? Well, back in primitive days, we used to get stressed from like being encountered with animals, big large animals that wanted to eat us. That would cause stress, and either we stood there and we fought the animal like cavemen, or we actually ran from it. But you know how that probably ended, 4 legs versus 2. Our fight or flight response arise from dangerous situations that we encounter in our daily lives. Either we respond to that dangerous situation or a stressful situation, either by running away from it or standing our ground and fighting it. Some common signs of stress are excessive worrying to a point where you just don't think of anything else but the thought that's bothering you. That's called repetitive thought, which is, it's like a loop on autoplay, but in your mind, and it distracts you, it makes you unproductive. You are not able to do the things that you need to do throughout your day, which becomes debilitating. Some other common symptoms of stress are embellished thoughts. Well, what do we do when we think of our stressful situations? We think of the worst case scenarios all the time. Like, for example, if you have a girlfriend and she goes out with her friends and says, hey, I'll be gone till 10, and she comes home at midnight. If you have embellished thoughts of your girlfriend going out, of her being unfaithful, you think of worst case scenario situations, like maybe she's cheating on me, maybe she's out there with another man, maybe, you just think of the worst case scenarios. And that's just human nature. We always like to think of worst case scenarios, when now in actuality it's just probably not that bad. We just like to embellish our thoughts. So just as a recap of common stressors or signs of stressors or symptoms of stress are embellished thoughts, repetitive thoughts, excessive worrying. So how do we gain relief from the stresses in our daily lives? Well, we must recognize these stressors within our lives and the triggers of the stressors that we encounter in our daily lives. So with stress, if we're able to catch our stress while it's small and something manageable, we're able to prevent it from becoming something more larger than what it has to be. So as you know, if you're in a ship and there's a small leak, it's easy to manage that small leak. But if there's a large hole in that ship, the ship's gonna go down faster. So it's best to manage the hole when it's small, as opposed to waiting a long period of time until that hole progressively gets bigger and sinks your ship faster. So to release some of your stress symptoms, when it comes to embellished thoughts, what we can do instead of thinking of an over-exaggerated scenario in our minds of what the situation is, we can actually take a sidestep and see things from an objective point of view and rationalize the situation for what it is. Think optimistically, and what you want to do is use replacement thoughts when you're thinking optimistically to replace those stressor thoughts. So in this situation, one thing that I did when I was dealing with depression and anxiety and stressors, one thing that worked for me was I was able to take a specific scenario in my life that was causing me stress and see the positives, the pros of that situation, and use that to my advantage to think of the bright side of things. And I did this for a full year. Actually, I made it one of my New Year's resolutions years past, and I definitely used that, and it made me a better person. Not necessarily a better person, but it just made me overall better able to rationalize my thoughts. It made me be able to not get lost in the stressors and the loops and the negative thoughts. It helped me accept and digest the negativity in my mind and accept it, as opposed to digesting something I couldn't handle or something that was just overwhelming. Alright, so everyone, this concludes this video. If you like anything I had to say in this video, please like and subscribe to support my channel and one another. It's your choice to make the changes that you want in your life.